Hello, I'm Bennett Campbell Ferguson. I'm a musician and a piano teacher, and this is a lesson I taught with one of my students who was working on a piece called Drifting. So why don't you play through Drifting, and then afterwards we can talk about it and get into some technique.
Okay. I just have to try and remember where all the fingers go. Okay. Whoops, I did something wrong. Can I start over?
Yeah, no problem. Or well, why don't you start where you just stopped?
I got lost.
Why don't you start right there? So you're going to want your pinky right up there.
Oh.
There you go. Right on E.
Is it on me?
There you go.
And D and B. B and G. Oh. That's as far as I've gotten.
Oh, yeah, great. That was good. It sounds good. It's I like it. One thing that's tricky about this piece is how quiet it gets. And I like how didn't start out too quiet at the beginning. Like he left somewhere to go
Okay.
with it. I think that was really, really good. I think the main thing I think you could work on is this piece jumps around a lot, so there are like some specific spots like where you feel like the notes are kind of hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Which let's look at some of those.
Okay.
Which spots would you say like are the trickiest?
Oh, I guess it's tricky switching to your left hand there.
Well, yeah, because you're crossing over.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
And then moving your left hand back over here.
right. Why don't really, really slowly? Why don't you try just this measure?
Okay.
Just that measure. And just for practice, why don't you put your left hand over so it's ready?
Oh, have it crossed over ahead of
Yeah,
time?
and obviously you'll have to like jump it over when you play it all the way through. But just for practice, like going extra
Okay.
slow, like have it there like ready to go so you can feel what that feels like.
Okay. So I'm starting off on A.
great. That was good. That was good. And now I want you to try it. This time, don't have your left hand crossed over. Like as you're playing, you're gonna loop it over.
Okay.
And then play the left hand part. That was great. Nice. Do you, so you're saying it's the transition between those two is tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because bringing your left hand back. How about you do these two measures here?
Oh, that'd be great.
Extra slow.
Okay.
Nice, that was great. That was great. Do you want to try in doing that whole first line now?
Okay. But do you mind if I try these two? Just these two again?
Yeah, no problem. Also, too, like I would go even slower.
Okay.
Because it's a pretty slow piece. So yeah, I would go even just a little slower, so you really get the feel of the notes.
Okay.
Nice. That was really excellent. You ready to try the whole first line now?
Okay, great. Oops, start again. I get confused switching to A, F there.
Gotcha. So let's see. So you're going. The way one thing that might help is your hand doesn't have to move so much in this part.
Uh-huh.
So you've got A, and then F, and then D, and then D, F, A.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing backwards. And also, so we've got,
okay.
And also too, this trick doesn't work for everybody. Sometimes it doesn't work for me, but if it helps, you can think of it's a chord. It's a D minor chord.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like that would help.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a boat rocking in water, like going this way and going this way.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there's a kind of lilting, graceful motion to it. Why don't we and try just the last two
Oh,
measures.
great.
So you
Okay.
can get the feel for that A, F, D,
Oh,
the
sounds
D
good.
minor bit. Yeah, and remember these two measures, your right hand can stay in the same place the whole
Okay.
time,
Okay.
and it's only your left hand that you're moving because you're crossing over there at the end.
All right. Oops. I think I'll start that again. Sorry about that.
No, no problem.
So that's what you were talking about, going back.
Yeah.
Like a minor chord.
Yeah. Same notes, but it's in the reverse order. That's really good. Do you feel ready to try the whole first line?
Okay, great. Sorry.
Nice, that was good. Is there anything you want to look at again in there? Or?
I wouldn't mind trying it one more time just to get it down a little more. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I would go even slower, too.
Yeah. Good point.
Just that it's
You need to slow down.
you're doing great. It's sounding really good. I think just like going slow here at the beginning will give you a really good basis going forward as we get into rhythm dynamics.
Yeah.
So maybe like, let's see, like this is in 6/4, like and we don't have to like get into like counting it yet. We'll
Okay.
still by the rhythm later, but think of it more like 1 and 2 and 3, and so it's
Okay. I could be going a lot slower, huh?
yeah. So just whenever you're ready. Nice, that was good. That was a lot smoother.
I started to speed up. I think that's really good advice about slowing down.
It's something I've always had to make myself do too. Yeah. Let's see. I think I have an assignment for you.
Okay.
So this is November 9th. Drifting. So I think for now, let's stick with keep working on the first two lines.
Okay.
And I would say, like, since the second line gets a little different,
Okay.
I would do what we've been doing with the first line, and like playing it extra slow.
Okay.
Like, if you feel that there's a note that's hard, circle it.
Uh-huh.
Write the name of the note, just whatever helps you, whatever feels comfortable to you.
Okay.
And so let me write that down. Second line, play slowly. Isolate hard spots. And do you want to start working on the rhythm, or do you want to spend more time like just focusing on the notes?
I think I could get the notes with some practice, so once I wouldn't mind I mean, I think that might happen pretty quickly once I slow down
Sounds
and
good.
practice,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't mind working on the rhythm also
Okay, great,
before
great.
we meet again.
Cool. Oh yeah, so as I was talking about, this is in 6/4. So there's 6 quarter notes per measure.
Okay.
And luckily actually there's no eighth notes in this piece.
Okay.
So if you don't have to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and you can just count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry. 6.
Okay. Okay.
Well, and I would write in the counts as well. I think that would be helpful.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Really kind of get the feel for the counts before I try and.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, one thing I noticed is that the last note there, you're already holding it for 3 beats instinctively.
Oh,
So
cool.
you're on the right track. You're already feeling the rhythm and the movement of the piece.
And this doesn't get any longer count than those.
No, it's the same thing. It just looks different because like the notes are all clumped
Yeah.
together on that one staff. Since it's a crazy chord.
Looks fancy, like it should get more time.
I know it does look fancy. Yeah. Yeah, it's different because you've got less space, so you have to show those 2 notes next to each other.
Oh, cool. This is exciting.
Yeah.
I think it could sound better soon.
It's sounding great already. Really good progress.
Thanks.
All right. Do you have any other questions about the piece, or?
Let's see. So I'm not going to start. I know I was starting to get softer here. I can see it looks like I'm supposed to leave room to get softer on the second line.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you want to start thinking about the dynamics, that's perfectly fine. But I think, but I think it's perfectly okay too to wait.
Okay.
Because like once you get really internalize the notes and the rhythm, then like that'll make it easier to shape it and sort of start to tell a story with the piece and think about kind of the emotions of it. Because I think of this as a very emotional song. I think it's very longing. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
there's definitely a story within it, I think.
Yeah. That makes sense to get a feel for the notes and the counting first.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, great.
Cool. Great. Well, thank you for a great lesson and great work.
Oh, thank you. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
Excited
looking at
about
this
it.
again.